finally back. We're getting this thing going. It's finally gonna work. Hopefully it'll work, but I'll try to see there. Hopefully my camera's all good. I'm gonna get all my messages, live chat. Here we go. Now we're here. Now we're doing our stuff. I gotta remember to keep looking at the camera instead of looking at my screen where I'm staring at myself. So welcome. Finally, is my mic working? It is. It's on. We're doing our thing. Little tech look here. Of course, it's gonna keep doing that, which sucks, but you know, we're here. We're live. We're doing our thing. There's always something going on. Everything's not gonna be perfect, but is that good? I don't know. But you know, we're here. We're doing our thing. We're looking at figures. We're streaming. My whole setup wants to break down on me. Stay. Thank you, light. Still be pointed towards me. There we go. So yeah, we're here. We're doing our thing. We're messing with figures as usual. Another live stream. But yeah, I've been busy with life. Lots been happening. I won't go too much really into it. But yeah, car troubles. I'll basically just put it at that. Yesterday was all that day. So, but it's okay now. We're making it through. We're doing our thing. We're gonna, you know, do our stuff. We're gonna have fun at some point today. But of course, with as usual, we have actually a weekly pickup segment, and this time we actually have some stuff to look at, including that also includes what we're looking at today, but you know, that whole thing. So I guess first, for pickups, first thing is the Playmates. Actually, you know what? We're going to switch over to the other camera. I'm going to take away the figure we will be looking at just to show, just to, you know, give these a little bit more of a presentation. So let's switch on over to this camera, because first for weekly pickups, we have let me back this up just a little bit, get you more framed up. We have the re-release, the re-release of the Playmates version of Slash, vintage card, the 40th, the anniversary of the Turtles. Nice little Slash there. Got this guy at Toys R Us, in my local Macy's. Tazi, welcome back. Welcome to the live stream. I'm finally back too. Hello. I hope you're doing well. I'm talking about my weekly pickups. So yeah. But we got this new, the Playmates Slash and all of its classic glory, looking pretty cool. But then we also got the Rat King as well, a figure I never thought would ever really see the light of day, just based on the distribution problems that they've been having with Playmates, or just being weird. Because because as you can see, this is actually supposed to be a part of the first kind of batch when they were doing their new their re-releases, and then compared to Slash, where he's a part of like the secondary. So we got the Mutagen Man on there too in the back, so, and including that Rat King. So, you know, pretty good. Yeah, pretty neat. And then of course of all the same heroes, but those look cool. They do look cool. I love this old vintage kind of style. But when it comes to the Playmates, I just don't really like the little Rat King. That his eyes aren't red like they are in the actual like the promotional images. And you know, that's actually like the original toy. The original toy did have the red eyes. So I don't know if I'll do that with a marker, but we'll definitely get a stream of him and him some point in the near future. Hopefully before the end of the year, because I got more Playmates stuff if y'all have seen, and even can see on my back wall, and we'll cut to that in a minute. But we do have another big thing to look at, when it comes to pickups. Let me make sure live chat is working. I always have to kind of like just double check my chat because it's weird, but we have a cool little Playmates, some their re-releases. I've been loving, that they've been putting those out now, so I can finally, expand, my vintage turtle collection. But a big thing that we got today, so this is fresh. I don't even have it unwrapped yet, but for our weekly pickups, I got the Four Horsemen Studios Frankenstein, but Frankenstein's creature figure here. So I know it doesn't really fit that much in the framing, but we're doing what we do. Is this? No, that's not gonna. Oh, that works okay. Yeah, but there's the box. Cool looking figure, and this guy we're gonna be opening. I think my plan for this is gonna be will be like my Halloween special kind of figure. Of course, this is still newly wrapped, and you can kind of see the figure a little bit in there, but nice, cool box right here. I'm trying to get the whole thing in frame. It's like all the way over there, but it's like we're doing our thing, we're chilling, we're hanging out. But yeah, can't wait to get this figure open because I honestly love this original, kind of like based on the actual like the book design with all like the stitches and kind of like the more the muscular body with the hair and and the fur coat. So a cool design. It looks really cool. So can't wait to get this guy open. Hopefully let me see if I can get it. I hope my chat's working. So but yeah, I know with YouTube it's always been weird. I've been having tech issues with them. But ever since I've been trying to do like a horizontal frame, they just want to be weird about their live stream stuff. But yeah, so new pickup. Can't wait to open this. It looks like a badass figure. How much was it? I think overall, I think it was about like 80 something. From what I can remember, I don't really have the thing in front of me here. I'll switch my camera back to me. Switch there. Come back here. Back up. This. Here we are. Now we're here with my framing. But yeah, but this, the Frankenstein's creature, probably about 80, maybe even 85 from what I can remember, but it's a great price. It's like, and it comes with a lot of accessories. It's a premium figure, essentially. So, that'll be a thing to look forward to. I mean, I love my classic monsters, as y'all, as y'all have probably seen on here. I mean, I have like Invisible Man. I got Frankenstein's monster, Dracula, Wolfman. I like all those guys. So it's nice to have something a little bit different. It's like, and if you look it up online, it's like you'll probably see all the details and all the accessories that it comes with. So it's really cool, and it's going to be a fun. Yeah, it's going to be a really fun stream, and I can't wait to show it off for y'all because I like sharing these things. I like doing these. It's a consistent thing. I should do more videos just by themselves because those probably would technically actually have more reach. But I just like shooting my stuff. I like doing this. Yeah, oh yeah, and then there's like the other two, like the Playmates I was talking about. So we'll be doing Casey at some point soon, for sure, just because I have the Mirage version there too. So that's a stream in itself. I'm already losing my breath here. And then also the Mutagen Man too, because he's been long, because he has been way long overdue. Because I have like the Super 7 Playmates kind of Ultimates version of it, and it looks great. And it's basically just that small toy, but like much bigger. So yeah. I think without further delay, I will actually do something real quick. Gotta get my watch on to see how my time's going. It's already been about 10 minutes. So I had to start this a little late. Cool. Yeah, it's really cool. But yeah. Let's get this going. Watch is on so I can know my time and all my stuff. But we'll go ahead, switch over to my other camera and get a look at what we'll be opening today. Get my lights back over there. I'm going to have some crappy lighting right now, but today we'll be opening, get my framing, the Marvel Legends. Scoot up a bit. The Werewolf by Night Man-Thing figure. Of course, from the Werewolf by Night special on Disney Plus that came out, I think it was just last year, was it? Or maybe even a couple years ago. But yeah. But one of like the newer releases from Hasbro. I guess kind of like catching up with what they've been doing. It's like this kind of reminds me of of how they're doing Colossus from the first the Deadpool movie, kind of like the same, like the packaging with the all black and the red, like your Marvel Legends series logo there, your warnings there, and then you have like the name. So you got Man-Thing there, and then the Werewolf by Night. I can see why he's called Man-Thing. I mean, look at it. He's pretty cool, though. I think his name is Ted. So, at least it's based on the actual special. I'm going to rewatch it tonight. I should have watched it last night just for preparing for this, but I didn't. So, instead I watched the original the Phantom of the Opera movie. The silent film version actually holds up pretty well despite being a silent film, but it keeps it going. You're not like bored at all. It's pretty fun. But as you can see, good old Ted here in his all enclosing and with his Swamp Man body parts at the top. You have your Marvel Studio, the Marvel Studios logo with the special the presentation of Werewolf by Night. That same logo there at the bottom, 14 plus Hasbro logo. On the side, you get a nice little artwork of Man-Thing, kind of in that whole the black and white with the red eyes kind of poking out a little bit more closer, I would say, to the actual show. He seems a little bit more like skinnier at the limbs compared to here, but it works pretty well, and he looks great. I kind of love like the long kind of face, and with the mushrooms and like the spinal kind of cage there. On the other side, you don't really have much. Just your Marvel Legends, your little window, and nothing else there. Just all pitch black. On the back, your Marvel Legends logo, Man-Thing right there. A nice little poster type where it's the Werewolf by Night and has Man-Thing with the glowing eye and then like the one red there, and it's kind of like segmented but like it's an old poster. I don't know if this was like official art. I feel like I remember this, but it's really, really cool, and I like that they use it on the packaging here. At the bottom on the back, you have just your little warnings, all your labels, Marvel, and then at the bottom you get your barcode and all your legal stuff, and also my little price tag. I got this, I do want to mention, at my local my comic shop at Rocket Comics. My guy Eddie hooked me up with this. Eddie's really cool, and it's nice to finally have this figure in the collection, because as you're going to see, I never really got the chance to complete the original Man-Thing figure, which was a Build-A-Figure. So it's nice to finally have this in the collection. So I think without, unless there's any questions before I open him, but we might just go ahead and do our thing. We will get him more centered here. And I know with my ring light, it kind of, so I got to have him at that angle just so he doesn't have to, deal with it. We might even back up our chair here. Give him a little bit more center stage here, if you will. Center this guy a little bit more. It kind of looks like a Build-A-Figure. It actually was a Build-A-Figure. They're basically reusing the old, essentially, mold that they had, but then they, but they repurposed parts. But we'll get into that soon. But I think we're going to go ahead, open him up. Of course, it's not on the side. It's on the top of the bottom. I guess we'll go with the bottom. It makes sense. It even has like the little, like the thumb tab there. So, of course, with that brings in our trusty, where is it? X-Acto blade, as always. So just one little slice of tape. There we go. That might be just it for all of our cutting and unboxing, thankfully, when it comes to this figure, because Hasbro is pretty good when it comes to, not really tying down everything. You do have a little flap for your little trusty Hasbro paper, which we always just throw out, but we'll get him out. There's our box here, good to go. Might keep like some of the art on there, but not really for sure. And then, of course, have like your inner, like your backdrop here with the all-encompassing red, but has like some little black, kind of like skid marks, like it's like just kind of like it's like a painted wall that's kind of all scratched up, but this is just for show, and I'm not going to keep that anyways. Now, here's our Man-Thing in all of his plastic glory. I always like showing off them in the bubble, and man, like you can already tell like the details that are already here. It looks so good. I mean, just like this, it looks great. But we're gonna go ahead, get him out. Of course, we want to get our hands out first. Our extra hands, and then the actual figure probably go legs first. Get him right out here. All right, Man-Thing, let's get you going, bud. Woo! There he is. Cool. We'll get his little accessories here. We're gonna get this out of here. Give him the floor. We can even get closer if we want. I think that's fine. Maybe even I just want to try out something just to see. I think that looks good. Look at that. Nice little setup going on here, but here he is. Get a nice little close-up of him. He looks pretty cool. I even get closer just a little bit just to get in there. But yeah, but here is our Man-Thing, the Werewolf by Night specifically version. Essentially, I would say like the MCU version. I'm probably just going to call it that the whole way through, but this guy looks beautiful. I mean, it's very much yeah, like it is very much yeah, like close to the actual like the comic design. You have the three kind of like the tendrils, I guess, kind of in front, yeah, like in front. It's kind of like the whole encompassing kind of face look, yeah, with the brows that also connect there, and then the bright red eyes. Already has some fuzz on him. If I can get it off. Guess not, but oh, okay, there we go. But with this, they actually really have painted up the whole figure more, so you have a lot of like your vines are like this lighter brown color. Even yeah, even when it comes to like the thicker ones, they're yeah, they're just like that lighter brown, and that's like yeah, throughout the body. But then on the actual sculpt, you have a lot of like leaves and kind of little. I guess it's like I wouldn't say yeah, I wouldn't say like plates, but like swampy kind of parts. Even have like a solid piece there. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a tree stump or something right here, but it's all sculpted very nicely and looks good. It still has like those same browns. Even here at the sculpt there, you have yeah, you have yeah, that rib cage, yeah, that's kind of sticking out there, and it is like a yellowy kind of bone color, kind of not yeah, we do have that little flower there with the hint of yellow, so that actually kind of connects there. But that is like a more greener kind of really yeah, really kind of yeah, kind of like a decaying kind of bone, or aged, I guess, if you want to use that terminology. Very swampy, super swampy. I mean, yeah, like I mean, he's all swamp. I mean, he literally is a swamp man. But that's DC, but they're basically the same character. And then at the abs, it's just more of yeah, it's just more of that viney, yeah, kind of swampy kind of design. And then with the little, yeah, like the yeah, with the little yeah, the bush thing going on there. He looks like he lives in water. He probably does. I mean, it's like he definitely is in a swamp somewhere. But then you have his little yeah, like his loincloth essentially, which is yeah, like some vines that cover, and you do have like some nice yeah, little like leaves and stuff, yeah, that are poking out. So yeah, so a nice variety in that. So pretty cool. And then with the arms, you have all of yeah, yeah, you have like a whole thing yeah, like mushrooms on each shoulder there, and even like a lot more on here, and that's all sculpted detail and painted. It's like it's not the cleanest, really, like, but it works. It doesn't really distract, yeah, like yeah, like that much from it, and then it just goes well into yeah, into like the lines here that are all painted brown. Even on the hands, you got at least one, yeah, that's painted, but it looks all good. It's all kind of viney and swampy. They did give yeah, but this forearm more of a wash there, and this is kind of just basic there. I think it's the same on the other side. Yep, just more kind of like leaves and like vines, more mushrooms, a lot of like little speckled kind of parts around the inner shoulder and yeah, like on the outer part of the body. So that's nice to have that same kind of patterning going on there, and even at the bottom. So that's cool. And then the biceps are still at veiny. We have the painted in vines there up to the hands. And then really just the same thing, yeah, with the legs, just a lot thicker or more pronounced vines. But it's like here, yeah, like yeah, here on this leg, like you have another thing, yeah, another grouping of mushrooms there, and then more, yeah, the more other sticks or vines that are painted, just all your thicker vines, and then a few more that are painted, even like a little, like a leaf, or even like a feather, it looks like. And then cool little kind of swamp, yeah, like some monster feet. So it's cool. Tazi says, I have to go now. Take care. I hope you have a really good day. Thank you, Tazi. I hope you do. Yeah, I hope you do too. But thank you for joining us in the live stream. Hope you enjoyed all the chaos, essentially, at the start as you joined first. I hope you have a good day, bro. But look at this figure. But this figure's amazing. It looks so cool. I love, like, the newer kind of parts of, that they've made, before this figure. So it works pretty well. And it looks good. I mean, it looks like he does in the show, as close as they can. I would say it's like main thing is really, I think, like the body could be, a little thinner at the top. I don't think his shoulders are really that pronounced, or his head is really this big, but it works. It works, and it's different. It's a more kind of like a more, like a more kind of like a detailed look of Swamp Thing, I think. Yeah, but when they wanted to do like a different design. So, and he looks great. Yeah, just standing there. He looks amazing. And then, of course, when it comes to accessories, he comes with two new hands that are just kind of just like relaxed, kind of just open hands there. Yeah, like, so if you want, take off the hand here, not knock everything over like I just did, because I'm an idiot. Excuse me. I should do this behind my camera, but here's our hand thing. And so you can see his alternate hand there. Pretty nice. And then it's just painted essentially the same kind of vine texture on the matching hand. So that's nice that they didn't, and it's actually a little bit more, kind of pronounced on here. Yeah, the vines are a little bit more like well-defined. Even goes around to the palm, so that's nice. And then has these nice claws to kind of match with the feet. So that's really cool. So if you want to have them, I guess the main thing is really grabbing someone and he lights them aflame. So that's really cool. But then we can go over his articulation now. So him does have a ball that goes into the body. You can't really, I don't know what's really going on there. Seems like my peg is kind of stuck. Like it won't really want to move unless I kind of force it. So we'll see how that goes, because I just didn't like the noise it just made there. It sounded like it was gonna break, but we'll see what goes down. We're gonna get his head back on. Ooh, there we go. So then can look up about that far. Not really bad. What am I doing? Camera, stay still. There we go. But then can look down about that far. It's basically just forward. Can't really look. It's kind of down, but if you want him to look forward, he'll look like that, I guess. But he can look down pretty easily, of course. Also do a full rotation there. And it is connected at the top of the head, which is weird. But then the rest of the inside of the head there is hollow. So I guess that gives him a more elongated kind of neck, essentially, if you want him to be kind of looking out more forward, I guess. And it also gives him more, I think, head articulation as well. Anyways, then you can look side to side, and then pretty much a big ol' tilt there. Yeah, he's like, oh, what's going on over there? So pretty nice. And then at the shoulders, just your hinge there pretty well. You can even get all the way, like halfway up to 90. I'm not sure for the other one. I just really just be worried about paint scratching. So you might have some on there, but but the paint isn't really that clean, so I don't think it'll really matter with this guy that much. But then with the arms, of course, they can rotate around here. You have your bicep swivel there, and you then as usual, with the bigger guys, you only have a single jointed elbow there. Goes up about that far. And then also you don't have any rotation there as well. It's just a big old hinge. And then you do have like your pinholes, because this is a older mold. It would have been nice if they would have upgraded this to not have the little pinholes even at the legs here, but it doesn't really ruin the figure, and you don't really know. With this guy, it's like he has so much detail. I don't think it really matters that much that they have one little pinhole there, so not bad. And then at the abs, you have with all the hands, you have a rotation there and a in and out hinge there, so pretty good. That's the same for the other set of hands there, so pretty nice. And then back to the abs, you do have get you out of the way, you do have a ab crunch there. Keep hitting my camera because I'm getting too excited. So you can crunch it back about that far. Not an amazing amount, but not bad. Then forward, like all the way, like that's crazy. Like that is a great kind of thing you can do there. And he can look up a little bit. Probably better more like that, really. He's kind of like looking over. Like he's like, oh. Like he's kind of like looming over and kind of like, just kind of like curious, like he's about to touch something, that he's going to break, and he doesn't know he's going to break it. He's like, oh, it's just shiny. It's just pretty. Eric says, love this dude. Found him at GameStop. He's a must grab. Honestly, so far, I would definitely, recommend this figure just already. It's like just based on, like how much like detail and paint. It's like it's not like classic and thing, but it works so well. But then back to our articulation. So then again with the ab crunch, doesn't go that far back, but that forward is crazy. But then of course you have a waist swivel there that can go all the way around. Legs kick out about that far. Honestly, not bad range for a big guy like that. So he can like almost nearly do the splits. It's like if you just gave him a lot more room, essentially, you gave him just a bit more at the top, you could get this guy in splits. So that's pretty cool. But then at the top of the thigh, you have your rotation there. And then you have your double jointed pinned knees there. He doesn't kick up that far, but not too bad at all. No waist swivel there, or ankle or whatever. Is it waist? No. No kind of boot cut. I mean, I'm missing my words. But then you do have a hinge back at the foot, hinge forward, which is pretty good, and then some ankle rocker pivot. The best thing about a Hasbro figure, but it'll always have that ankle rocker. And I didn't even notice, actually, on the back, you do have another thing of mushrooms, so that's kind of cool that you have that whole mushroom kind of thing that's going on here that connects it all to Swamp Thing. But there he is. Honestly, a really nice figure. A pretty fun figure. It's nice to finally have a Man-Thing that is complete and one that looks this good. And I know it's a little pricey for being like a $45 figure, essentially. I don't know what like the original market price was, but that's what I paid for it. Let me get my camera. There we go. Mm-hmm. But there's our guy, looking pretty cool, looking pretty sweet. So yeah, a really cool figure. But I guess we can just go on to our comparisons now, because we've already looked at accessories and articulation, and it's our one figure for the day, essentially. So I guess we can just go on to our comparisons, because we do have a lot, because I wanted to do a Swamp Thing and I wanted to do it right. So we're doing so we're doing a whole mix. We're doing monsters, we're doing kind of teams, and then kind of rivals, and then a few fun things just to see. So, but here's our Man-Thing from the Werewolf by Night, next to the, I don't know what wave exactly, but this is the Man-Thing Build-A-Figure. You can see how much different, honestly, this guy is compared to this. And he's been in a box, so he's a little dusty, if I'll be honest. But yes, here's our Build-A-Figure Man-Thing. I don't know if I could ever get him to stand with just the one leg. But there he is. Of course, I never really tracked down the figure that had the leg, because this was mainly the Marvel Legends, their Netflix line, with Daredevil and Punisher, and I think Elektra, and then in that, but they also had Blade as well there, but I didn't get that Blade. I never saw that Blade, so I missed out on it. So I've been, so it's been years, with no Blade, essentially. But you can see it's like all the parts essentially, that they reuse. Main thing, really that's different with this is, of course, the head sculpt, and then also the upper torso is completely new. There, it's way different kind of details. The one on the comic version is mainly kind of more basic. It's just with this comic one, you do have more kind of I would say more shading on there, and kind of more basic kind of details. It has a weird hole there. I don't know why that's there, and even on the shoulders, with this, it's mainly vines, and then on here is it's all those mushrooms. The biceps are the same. The forearms are different. This one has the kind of the, I don't know, kind of extra kind of flaps on the side compared to just the regular arm there. So pretty neat. But then also, the ab piece and the crotch piece is exactly the same, just painted differently as the same. And then the legs are essentially the exact same, except for the lower part of the leg has a longer kind of hairy kind of part to it. And then with the feet are the same though. So they kept that kind of thing there, but just incorporate it kind of lower on the body. So pretty cool. So you can definitely see the differences to it, but I wonder, because I just want to try if I can take off the leg here easily, because this is off of the Build-A-Figure, and I know it won't match really, but just to see, just for the thought of ever finishing this, because here's him to assemble this figure. This was a wave, yes, so we're essentially in this figure's wave, he would have a figure, that came with his head, one that came with the body, one each that came with an arm, and then two other characters that each had a leg. So yeah, so it's a Build-A-Figure Wave, the Marvel Legends Man Thing Wave there, but there he is. If he ever got his leg there, of course it doesn't really match, with the paint and with the extra little brown kind of detailing there. It's like, what if this finally got completed? Because this figure actually isn't too bad at all. And I will get his leg back on here, because we're not going to take his leg. It makes sense to have his thing here. But King Slater says, that's the figure is badass. Hope Lego gives us a Marvel version of the thing. That would be cool. It's like but like a Lego like a Man Thing like this would be really cool. I don't know if there has been a Fantastic Four set though, because he did say the Thing. So yes, that's what my head thought of. But we're gonna take the head off of this one. We're gonna try it on this new one just to see how well that actually. Yeah, a Lego Man Thing would be great. It would be probably pretty cool. Ooh, okay. So here's our old head on the new body. Honestly, that's not bad. Of course, it sits kind of close to the body because the head is smaller and less elongated. I mean, just look at just how much like gap is in that alone. And then also like the peg, but just for the face piece. I mean, that's insane. So it's like twice the size, but you get like more detailing on this. But it's nice having that kind of like that classic comic design where I feel like he's more kind of like lumbering a lot more. He was always kind of like crouched down, kind of like that. Essentially, like he's ready to like fight someone, and he's like, okay, it's like, am I just gonna punch him, or am I gonna have to tear them apart? Because I always really like I always liked this design on how it's kind of like tree branch like compared to this where it is a more of like a vine. So it looks really cool. It's kind of like alien face, and this actually has more, I would say, realistic kind of humanoid-ish features underneath, if that makes any sense. I'm just rambling. Hey, Lumix. Welcome, bro. Welcome to the stream. Oh, we're looking at the new Man Thing from the Werewolf by Night, the Marvel Legends. There he is. I think we'll give him 2 open hands just to have something a little different. Oh, and also I didn't even look at that really for comparison. He also does have different hands than but then the Build-A-Figure. It's a little bit more of like a monstrous kind of hand, and this is kind of it's more kind of like subdued in its design compared to like the giant claws and fingers. Looks dope, dude. It is dope. But Lumix says that today he got a figure, like a figure arrived in the mail. I was so hyped. But what'd you get, Lumix? But it's always nice to get a nice new figure. Yeah, because like if you'll see, but when I did, what's my wording? My weekly my pickups, that I actually did get something today, and that was really cool. So it's nice to finally get some new figures, get some things going. I don't know how I'm going to have this guy stay up here. I'm just going to lean. Guess he'll be like right there. Lumina Cross. Here's our Man-Thing. Pretty nice. Pretty cool. But we'll get on to another comparison. And doing my closest of my like to a Marvel Legends, like a Wolfman, as we saw in the show. I brought out the Jaded Toys Wolfman, kind of the closest of what we have, and honestly works, especially if you're going for a more comic, I think, kind of display in your Marvel. Like this guy like works pretty perfect for that. He's a little bit more cartoonish with his designs and scales actually perfectly well with it. So yeah, another kind of classic monster thing going there. And then even something, that but something that isn't a Wolfman, but a monster type man, that I thought actually worked with Swamp Thing. I have the Jackal figure here, kind of like that more hairy kind of body. It's like I've always thought of the idea is like that Hasbro should be making a Wolfman on this body, kind of like in this way. It's like, do a Wolfman. You have the ingredients. Just do it. How do you not have the license to do Wolfman? You just did Dracula, so do Wolfman and do it on this Jackal because it looks really cool. So yeah, and then kind of to get more closer, I think, to the actual like the show appearance. But they'll probably make a new one, so hopefully they'll actually make. But since they gave us this figure, hopefully they can do it. Lumix says, "Sorry, my Wi-Fi is terrible here, so I disappeared. My internet is probably killing me." Oh, you're all good, bro. I hope that I'm on I hope that I'm on some good Wi-Fi. Yeah, I'm on my good Wi-Fi right now. At least I think I am. But, really cool. Kind of, just my ramblings and just my thoughts. So, make this into a Wolfman, please. But this works for now, but it's pretty cool. Yeah. And especially with this guy. Yeah, with the Man-Thing, it works so well. It looks so badass. Next, just based on doing like some basic research, he mainly just been really depicted, like with just random people, kind of like just regular human type characters. So I just grabbed a couple of my basic ones. So we have like the Hood figure here without his hood. I got 2 of them because I was like, you know what? I gotta get one at least. Lumix says, a 22-inch, like a Sentinel figure is coming out at a convention. I forgot, which one, but it looks sick. Yeah, I did see that. It was Hasbro's reveal of their, next their their pre-order, at New York Comic-Con. So that's already up on Pulse, I think it is. But yeah. It looks really cool. I don't know if I'll get it myself, but we'll see because it looks pretty cool and it's a great size, honestly. So yeah, but then there's our Man-Thing, which is a couple normal people. So we have the Hood figure, and then this is I know that this was like an X-Men figure. Right? Yeah, her eyes are all kind of messed up, but that's fine. But but I know that this was like an X-Men figure that I put a Spider-Woman head on because this is my Lois Lane in my collection. But yeah, it's kind of worse. It's just like a basic kind of person that works with the display there. But yeah, kind of like of the time, kind of people just kind of like just basic clothing. So yeah. Him over there. Oh, this hood. Yeah, if his screaming head is a figure. But then getting more into the actual like the Marvel universe. But with some characters, the Man Thing has had some interactions with. I got the Thing, of course, like the name kind of connection there kind of works, but they've interacted before in the comics, so makes sense to get them here. Of course, very different styles. This is like all comic. This is more movie, but I think it still works pretty well, like a face to face. But then you have that one back there, which looks great. You know, there's all that cool stuff, and they look great. And then with another figure, you got the Shang-Chi figure here, which has actually had some run-ins, but with the Man Thing, based on some comic covers and little stories I've seen of him, and based on my research, that's what I did. And then, of course, you got to have a Spider-Man, because but Spider-Man's been in there before, like a Spider-Man is always with everyone at some point. He meets someone, and Man Thing is just one of them, and he's pretty cool. And then this is the Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends figure, by the way. That's that specific kind of cartoonish but comic look. And then with one more character that he definitely has had some interactions with in the comics, you got Daredevil, but I'm using my Mezco version, just but just to have a little bit more variety, and also to show off. It's like, yeah, this figure's still pretty good, but we could use for a new one. Come on, Mezco, you could do a pretty good classic Daredevil at this point. I would think so. You guys are doing pretty all right. But yeah, I swear I can't with this Wi-Fi. Oh, you're all good, Lumix. Yeah, hopefully it's not my connection. Yeah, that's messing up anything. I don't like it. I don't think it is, but hopefully not. And then kind of to stick into the Mezco verse, but going more into the actual Rumble Society. I got our newly unboxed Doc Knock going on here. What does it say? Okay, but Lumix is just saying, that his Wi-Fi's cheap. He's like, no, it's not you, it's just me. Okay. Well, I'm glad that the show's going well. But yeah, here's our Doc Nocturnal, kind of like your Monster Hunter guy, and this is the older version. I do not have the new one. I did not order it because I got this one anyways. But yeah, they look pretty cool and actually match pretty well. I actually like how they look. It's kind of like a monster hunting duo, and they just hunt monsters together because he's a good monster, and this guy is a monster who's a monster hunter as well. They're pretty cool. The next, this one just go with like other monsters that he's interacted with. Of course, along with Spider-Man, he also got involved with the Lizard at some point. Kind of, mainly it seems, like in the main, the Marvel universe, it was kind of older. So he was like, it's kind of classic, like the retro design here. So pretty cool, pretty neat. Definitely, it's definitely like a different, kind of like a style. But I think it works pretty well, especially if you use like that comic head. It might work pretty all right. But then I would say to go more in this realistic style, also go with the Lizard Build-It figure. It's definitely, we can get his thing to work. Definitely is a more kind of, I would say, kind of like realistic kind of thing. He looks more like a dinosaur, but you can tell, you can tell like the details are supposed to be a little bit more of like an actual, like an lizardy kind of dinosaur type. All right, we back now. I got my mic working again. Well, I actually have my second mic on now because my first mic just died. Is that working? Let me know in the chat. Thank you for letting me know about my mic. But that was by Rich. Rich C also says the Werewolf by Night film is sick. It was sick. It was a very, very cool little short film they did, essentially. Or I guess it technically actually would be, was that like film length? I can't remember how long that little featurette was, but, pretty cool. And then here's our Yeti kind of figure comparison there. Kind of like the same kind of red eye thing going on there, with the long face and the fur. If y'all can hear me, be sure to let me know. I would appreciate, because I'm going to keep going with the show. But yeah, but kind of like this, kind of like pretending to be like furry, kind of swampy monster compared to an actual like a fur monster there, but good size. Of course, he's much taller. I don't mind him being a bit shorter, because that's what he looks like. Get Lizard back. Audio is good. Thank you. It's working now. It's all finally coming together. We're going to back up just a little bit more. Gives ourselves a bit of more room. Just because we got everything out here now. Look at that. Because now we can go on to our last round of comparisons, which is our Thunderbolts, where he was a part of the Thunderbolts. Yeah, which I know is going to be a lot, but we're here to do it. We have him next to our Luke Cage, and this is the 4-pack version, the Defender set version, but I took off the gauntlets. I do not have the new one from the 2-pack yet. But this guy still works pretty well. It's like kind of like the proportions on this are a little bit less great, essentially. So, but it still works, and they look good together because they're on the same little team there. Luke there. And then with that Thunderbolts team, we also had Moonstone. I think that's her name. She is blowing out the camera. I'm actually going to get Luke Cage back in the front. Because we're going to do our whole Thunderbolts kind of look here. And then we have the Songbird with her little giant kind of translucent wings or something. Then also for another big figure, we have the Juggernaut. Is also part of this Thunderbolts, believe it or not, which is insane to think about. Like, this is like a crazy team right here. It's a very interesting team. And including with that as well is Crossbones. They have a little fun, like an interaction where Crossbones gets freaked out by Man-Thing. I think we definitely do need a new like a Crossbones, but this is pretty good. I do kind of like this Crossbones. It's pretty cool. Right there. And then also in that team is Ghost as well, but I only have the movie version, but I think it kind of works out since this is technically a MCU figure, and she's going to be like right there. So I am kind of actually looking forward, to the actual the Thunderbolts movie. Hoping that I'm hoping that one is going to be pretty good. Also with the Thunderbolts, we also have the Shocker. I think with this version it's a little bit later, but it still works, I think. And then going back, a little bit more to our big guys, but keeping with our keeping with the team, we got Mr. Hyde, who I'm gonna try to fit in here. There he is. About like almost here. I want to see. Nearly, I think the same. Oh, I just knocked over everything. Reset. Come on. Okay. Shocker is being a nuisance right now. I'll leave those two. We're going to get Hyde in here. I mean, because he actually looks pretty good. Because they're actually a pretty near size here. The Man-Thing looking out of a camera. Try to get it to focus on him. Where are you not going? All right, it's doing its best. Might be a little blurry. There we go. All right. Let's get our Ghost. Let's get our Shocker. Oh, you're screwing it up. Ugh. The Shocker figure is actually pretty cool, to be honest. And there's our Juggernaut. So here's our full Thunderbolts team. Like, not every member, I think, from that, because I know there's like some other significant members in this version of the Thunderbolts that I don't have. You know, just one of those things. But I got what I got, and what I got, it's really good. It's really cool. Please just focus. I don't know why. Can't just do it. But yeah. Classic. What? Yeah, but what did I think of the Jamie Foxx Shocker? Are you talking about Electro? Because they did have a Shocker in the in the Spider-Man movies, but it wasn't played by Jamie Foxx. I don't think so, but Jamie Foxx was Electro, right? Because he was like that. Why is my camera not? Just focus. Why? Yeah, why only focus on that? Why? Why is this camera weird? Okay, this camera's being weird. Focus. Okay. Somewhere? Why is it not focusing? This sucks. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, cool little team. It works. They all look pretty cool together. And having that history with Man-Thing, brings it all together. Get that going. Get you over here. We're gonna get Man-Thing. All the room here. We don't want to do that. Put Moonstone right here. Yeah. Luke Cage right there. And there we go. We have all of our little guys here. I think we're just going to get everyone in here, honestly. We're going to try to get Luke over here and her over there. Because they all look pretty cool. They're all going that way, but it works. But yeah, we'll just kind of cover that up. But yeah, but here's our oh god. Hopefully I didn't kill your guys' ears with that. Sorry. I kind of slipped. Kind of going back too much. Yeah, this is going to annoy me. We'll try not to screw everything up in a minute here. Just got to do something kind of different. We got to make, we got to make this look good. Have a little like a whoa going on there, shocker. Up here, looking straightforward, looking cool. And we have Moonstone. Her look pretty cool because I do actually like this figure. This, but this Moonstone figure isn't that bad, honestly. It is a little tough to mess around with, but you can get a good pose, you can get a really good pose. So, kind of basic like this, but it works. And then Luke's good with his whole chest out, looking good there. But there's our guys, and there's our Man-Thing. She doesn't want to stand though. Okay. But yeah, here's our Man-Thing. Front and center here. Looking great. An amazing figure, a fun figure. A nice way to really get this whole thing going. We're going to get a little higher here, show off everyone. But yeah, thankfully he can look up pretty well. So, but yeah, focus on him. But yeah, a really, a really fun figure. A nice kind of upgrade compared to the older one, having the newer parts and kind of having a more realistic kind of, yeah, kind of like more kind of like detailed look here, a little bit more kind of like skinnier and human like. Really works for this character and looks amazing. Yeah, like with great like paint and details. And even though, yeah, like, even though yeah, I've never completed, yeah, the actual, yeah, the original, yeah, like, yeah, the build a figure because I'm missing a leg down there that is blocked off by Spider-Man. But yeah, but now I finally have a Man Thing figure, and this guy's great. I would say, yeah, if you don't have that, I would say you really need to get this. Lock that off. But then, yeah. So if you don't have that, this is a pretty good replacement for it, even though it's not really that comic accurate, really, to it. But I think you can fudge it if you really feel like it, because he kind of has close to this look in the comics, really, anyways. So, yeah. Hope y'all have enjoyed the stream. If you got any questions about anything or want to see any other figures here, feel free to let me know. But give y'all a little bit before we probably sign off. Also want to see if my camera wants to ever focus on what I wanted to focus on. You're like right there. You're like perfectly in the center. You can get it for a second, but then it wants to give up. Bro. I just want you to focus. Look at that, man. It looks so cool. How can you not like this? It's so awesome. Do I have to do this the whole time? Bro. Oh, this camera's it's weird. It's so weird. I don't know why it doesn't want to do it. Now it works, but now it doesn't. Just have to hide it's just too good looking. There we go. Yeah. Awesome figure. Hope you all have enjoyed. There's not any questions with the chat. Nothing going on there. All right. So I think with that, we'll just sign off at 9:19, hour 13. Not too bad to go. Yeah, not bad on time. So yeah, but look forward to a live stream on Wednesday. I think I should have one on there. And we'll be looking at more kind of monsters, kind of evil types. Keeping up with our monsters, yeah, for Halloween because it's spooky season. So, but yeah, I'll finish up, yeah, my ramblings. But y'all, be cool, do good, have fun, you know, live life, make it through. Just have, just have a good time. But yeah, cool figures, cool night. Y'all have a good one. Good night.